Just welcome back to my channel. Um, I got a different angle because I'm using this new gooseneck suction cup type thing on my dash. It it's working out pretty cool. I mainly got it for for different angles, but also to put in some filler, between the clips, like if of like driving and stuff, to wherever I'm going. Um, and it came out all right. I tested it earlier. It came out all right. It's a little cheap one. It only costs like $5 at Five Below. Hey, I'm starting to like Five Below, man. It has some pretty good stuff. Um, Definitely good stuff. For when you're out here living that car life, man. Anyway, so today is Sunday. It's towards the end of the day. Um, I just dropped off my daughter, and I bought her birthday's coming up in about a week and a half. So I went ahead and bought her a birthday present, another birthday present. I have bought her a sweater at like what was it, Spencer's or Topic? I can't remember. I get mixed up between those two stores, but they're not cheap there. Anyway, she wanted this one sweater, and it was what she wanted. They rarely have her size there that she likes. Um, so I didn't want to pass it up, so I got it for her for her birthday. I think this was like last week, I think. And then today, I said, you know what? I'm taking her to John's Incredible Pizza with some of her friends, like I do every year for her birthday. She takes her friends every year, and we have a good time. But we both talked about it, like instead of buying her another birthday present at that time, so it could be less expensive on my wallet. I said, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and get you another birthday present today. So go ahead and well, what did you want? And she was like, oh, I need a pair of shoes. And I'm like, do you want a pair of shoes? She's like, I want a pair of shoes. So I'm like, all right, let's go. We went to WSS and she found her shoes like that. I mean, that girl is usually picky as hell. And she found that I wasn't even done looking at the first set of shoes in the store when I walked in. She had took off. I guess she had saw a symbol of her shoe of a shoe that caught her attention, and she runs back. Dad, look! And it's only this much, and they got them, and I'm like, oh man, hey, that's what you want. It's your birthday present, Mama. Go ahead, put it in the bag. No, no, but it was cool because they looked really good on her too. She wears like baggy pants and baggy clothes, so like to have a fat tongue, some DCs, it was really cool. It looked good on her. Um, Hopefully she takes care of them because that girl does not take care of her shoes, and she don't even care because she said the more beat up they look, the better. And she likes that vintage look. But and she bought a pair of pants today too. Hopefully they fit her okay, because I can't take them back. Where we bought them at a vintage store, they don't do no cash refunds. I think they do exchanges, but they don't do refunds. I don't know. I even bought a pair of shoes there at this vintage store. They were like some black. No, I'm sorry. There were some. Oh yeah, they had a little bit of black in them, but they were like some gray Converse, low top. They're pretty cool. They were used, but they were pretty good. I needed some, like, what I mean, some walking shoes, just some, shoes to throw on, when I'm just lounging. And they were perfect. They were like $8, dude. That's crazy. They're normally like $16, but I guess they had a sale. All shoes were like $8, and I'm like, that's crazy. And then the second pair for like $4, and I'm like, what? So I was looking for a second pair, but I didn't see none of my size. But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool day, man. We went to Jack in the Box. Apparently, she never heard of Jack in the Box being called Jack in the Crack. And I was like, really? Are you serious? Like, that's old. Like, man, I don't even call it that no more. But she was like, nah, I've never heard it. And I'm like, wow, hey, it blew my mind. I was like, yeah, Jack in the Crack. That's what everybody calls it. It's like calling Walmart Wally World. Anyway, I don't know. It was funny though. She was like, what's Jack in the Crack? I go, Jack in the Box? I never heard that. I never heard it like that. Yeah, pretty old. Anyway, I'm just lounging. I'm at Dollar Tree right now. Actually, I don't need to stop here, but I just pulled over here so I could put my car back in a car life mode. I don't know what you want to call it. It's because when I pick up my daughter, I have to put it back to kid mode. I have to move all kinds of stuff around. So I when I drop her off, I usually pull over somewhere in a parking lot and put everything back the way I need it for to live. So I'm gonna do that. I haven't done it yet because I just I smoked a cigarette and debating on what I'm gonna eat tonight for dinner. And I was really debating on getting a propane stove because I've been wanting to get that before I even moved in my car. Like when I knew I was gonna live in the car, but I was like, you know what? I thought it was more like for traveling type of car dwellers. And I thought if I need to eat like real food or a home cooked meal, like I just go to my dad's. But not or at work. I do eat at work. I cook at work and I eat a good meal. So I figured that's all I need to sustain me. But I don't know. I For content purposes too. I think you know what I should get one because I get to chalk it up to I need it for my job. Because I consider doing YouTube a job, another job, a side hustle, whatever. I really don't. I don't know why I even said that, but it could be. Hopefully it could be. But I don't know. I really should get one because I really do. Like I get a lot of free meat at work, and I would love to like just fry up some meat, put that in a tortilla real quick and eat it, or whatever. Boil me some hot water to have some coffee because I think I mentioned this before. I spend a lot of money on coffee every morning, man. Shit, every day, all through the day. Like right now, I'm about to go get me a cappuccino or something at the liquor store, and I could be making me a cup of coffee if I had something to boil the water on. I don't know. It's only $20 here for the single burner, and I really should. Maybe not this weekend though, because I spent a little bit of money this weekend. Maybe next weekend I'll do it. Yeah. Anyway, oh, let me show you the shoes I got. I know I was talking about earlier. I was gonna show you, but some guy caught my attention down there. Anyway, yeah, they're right here. You see them? They're hold on. They're pretty cool. They're Converse. They're not brand new, but they're not that beat up at all, and they look really okay on me. The shoes. Uh, I kind of like them. They're like a faded black, maybe a gray, but like a good faded black, like a vintage faded black. I think that's the color they meant to be. Actually, I don't know. They look really cool, man. I like them. I really wanted them. They were only $8, man. I mean, shit. The ones I have on right now, the shoes I have on, they're comfortable as hell. But they're not only are they old, but to be honest, they're kind of ugly. They were ugly when I got them. My ex bought them for me one time for I don't know if she wanted for my birthday or Christmas or something, but I didn't like them at all. I had nothing to wear with them, and they just were not nice. They weren't okay. Let's say this: they just weren't my style. What I would usually wear. Um, and I don't know. They just look kind of ugly. Now that they're all old and beat up, they look uglier. And I don't know, but they are comfortable though. I have some messed up ankles, and they're like like the half cabs Vans. They're like shaped like that around your ankles, real cushiony. So they're really comfortable for me for my ankles. But my knees and my ankles have been doing really well lately, and I could probably wear these. I could probably pull these off without hurting my ankles and knees and stuff. So yeah, gonna go ahead and just retire these shoes, man. I don't even want to show them. I'm embarrassed. Shit. I only wear them to like do exercise, and just chill. But like I do have my dress shoes. I got a brand new pair of Converse half tops. Really nice, man. I paid a pretty penny for them too. But I've only worn them once for my daughter's sixth grade graduation, and I haven't worn them since. I have no need to. I don't go out, but I think I'm gonna start wearing them now. But Anyway, then I have another pair of Adidas that my ex also bought me. They kind of tight though, but I don't know for what reason. But they're nice. They're still nice looking. They're in good condition, and they're my style. And I wear those like when I want to, like if I need to go somewhere important, I'll put those on. But you know, I needed some just to lounge in because these ones just aren't doing it no more. Anyway, I'm just rambling now. I just wanted to say what's up to you guys, man. Just let you know the kind of day I had. And honestly, I had a really good weekend with my daughter. No, we didn't get a hotel, whatever. Um, because I'm just trying to save money because you know, that's what I got into this car life for in the first place, right? Sorry, something keeps catching my attention. Um, so yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you got it this far, hey, that's what's up. Hopefully, guys' day is going really good. Um, still got the whole evening. You guys have a very blessed evening. If nobody told you they love you today, don't forget that your boy Rob loves you, man. All right. Stay grateful, stay humble. And I'll see you guys later. Peace. Forgot it was over here.